You guys know who this lady is by now, right? This is a lady that at the Oakland, California, there's a park called Lake Merritt. And this woman was highly upset because black people were barbecuing. The actual incident took place last month, right? April 29th. And the internet is still dragging this woman over this. A meme, for anybody who doesn't know, is a humorous image, a video, a piece of text, etc., that is copied often with slight variations and spread rapidly by internet users, okay? Oh, you about to see all the memes about BBQ Becky. And the internet had a ball. Oh, yeah, Twitter was on fire. Here goes one. They're seasoning the chicken. I repeat, they're seasoning the chicken. Hello, I'd like to report some scratching and surviving. African kids dancing. Got to call the police on that. MJ, moonwalking. Got to tell. Got to tell. Simba. It's cold, man. It's cold, man. Good times, baby. Good times. Building the pyramids, Becky's telling. These black people doing building the pyramids. Black people dancing on Soul Train. Got a call. Oh, she's snitching. She's snitching. She's snitching. Oh, they sitting in. She snitched on Rosa Parks. She snitched on the sit-in. They even got Becky calling in Black Friday sale. Black parade. Black band. Uh-oh. What these Negroes doing sitting down on the knee? They're taking a knee. Gotta tell. I like to report black people having good times. Uh-oh, Fat Albert. Black people playing musical instruments. Black people trying to be free. Gotta call. Black people graduate. God. Uh-oh, black man somehow broke into the White House. Black man, black cartoon character, video game character. Black Super Bowl. Blacks in the Super Bowl. They're on the field. Black Celtics. What's going on here? Oh, God. Cosby's notices no bill here. Uh-oh, The Wiz. Black people performing. Gotta tell on that. Jamie Foxx stopped the black woman from getting beaten. Stop beating the white guy. Gotta call. Million Man March. Gotta call on that. Make a lot of calls. Uh-oh. Color Purple. Wakanda, you got it. If you ain't call on nothing else, you got to call on Black Panther. This is March to Selma. We'll march for high minimum wages. Uh-oh. Poetic Justice. Tupac's more Wakanda love. Okay. More Soul Train love. Dear white people, would you call the police if the person was white? Is a crime being committed? Yes, Officer on the Moon at Tranquility Base, and this black guy's not supposed to be here. How I know he's black? Because he's taking a knee. And yes, they have dragged Becky from all reaches of the internet. She has been dragged. And yes, I feel that she earned the right to be dragged because she knew she was being filmed and she didn't just walk away. When somebody puts a camera in your face and you know you're being filmed, you might want to consider if you want this information to get out. She was defiant in her bigotry, and this is what happens. This is the internet. This is what goes on now. We're in a new world. And I find it hilarious. All of the imagery and all of the pictures and all of the memes is great. It's so funny. But what the hell is that going to do to change anything? See, for too long, people be pacified with jokes. And this is for somebody who likes making jokes. But that's not the end-all, be-all to an issue. We can't just joke about it. Oh, yeah, when I said they're going to talk about this for a few days, tied in with other incidents and isolated incidents that they've caught on film and make a big deal about it. And then you know what they're going to do? Nothing. Nothing at all is going to happen to Becky or is going to happen to anyone who makes these false calls unless we force the issue. It's fun to make fun of people, but what does it change? You want to hear something really harsh? The harshest thing about all of this is, no matter how much we ridicule Becky, Becky has more power in our society than I do or any other black person who ain't rich. How you like that? She's still white, and she still live in America, and she can still pick up that phone. So we could clown her all we want. That doesn't change the condition. That doesn't change the practice of people calling police unnecessarily, knowing how often bad things happen when police are called. Becky didn't care if bad things happened, and I bet you she still don't care. She probably even care less. So one of my beefs is that we love to have fun. We love to laugh. All of us love to laugh at this. This is hilarious. Woo, they gave it to her. They are roasting her. But we ain't changing any laws by doing that. We're not changing legislation. We're not pushing any of our lawmakers to enact. I haven't seen anybody say, "Oh, let's go ahead and craft a bill." I haven't heard Cory Booker, Kamala Harris, or even Bernie Sanders. Nobody. Where's the bill on this? Where's the bill, the legislation we want to introduce to make a rule of the land that we don't want to overuse police, that we don't want to misuse police, and that there should be something enacted about that? Hell, at least in Oakland. I mean, what has this really done? Now, sure, a lot of websites made a lot of money. They made a lot of money. They got a lot of clicks and views. But what changed in your life? What changed in my life? What changed in my kids' life? Nothing. This situation has rendered nothing except memes, which are good for websites and good for web traffic and good to share with our friends. But we're not getting at the root of any of the problems. We're not solving the problem. So don't tell me how, oh, well, Tim, it's good they pointed out. What good is pointing it out if we ain't going to take it no further than just pointing at it? Look at that. Look at that over there. I see something, I'm pointing it out. Look at me, I'm pointing it out. Yeah, pointing it out is great. Now what? Into my second point. Do you see how this is a tool to divide us? Do you see how they manipulated this? Now, unlike the Airbnb, well, actually the Airbnb situation too, unlike the Yale University situation. Yale University situation was just horrible, okay? Apparently it looked like a woman who was psycho, had some type of mentally challenged issues, called on this woman, this black woman, dark-skinned woman in the Yale University, okay? But the Airbnb, and in this situation, do you see how they use division? Because the story could have been about the white lady who stood up for the black folks, who was a true ally in every sense of the word. But it's not. It's all focused on the creepy lady with the phone, the creepy lady who called the police for 2 hours, who obviously needs medication. Now, they could have took the angle of how, wow, look at us working together, how responsible white folks and responsible black folks work together to solve a problem and have each other's back. But that wouldn't have got a lot of clicks, would it? That would not have fueled a lot of clicks. Wouldn't have been a lot of money to make off of that. No, it wouldn't have been. The story wouldn't have lasted almost 2 weeks. Hell, past 2 weeks. If it focused on anything that benefits you, that actually unites people, that actually brings us together to solve common problems, to make this country better, to make our living situations better. See, that's the point we must get here. Now, I know some people are silly. Sometimes I'm silly. Life's too hard to take serious all the time. But we have to realize when we are being played like fools. This is an isolated incident. of a woman who's obviously mentally challenged. Also, in the Airbnb situation in the white neighborhood, apparently this white neighborhood and that white homeowner, I don't know if they knew the people that rented it, they didn't have a problem renting to those black folks. So they may have a racist woman in that neighborhood who has preconceived notions of white folks that she got where? Where'd she get those preconceived notions from? The media. Or her parents, but probably the media. And where'd the parents get it from? The media. Something they heard or read that's been infused and dug deep down into their craniums. That's why I wage war against the media every chance I get. We could solve a lot more of these problems if we united around them and actually got work done on these issues. Memes ain't going to do it. Memes are great for circulating the message. But if that message could have been positive, if that message would have been, let's change the laws in California, let's add a financial penalty to people who make false calls. Let's give people an incentive that punishes their pocketbooks when they make bad calls like that. That should have been the meme. I mean, if we mean well, that would have been the meme. I'm not saying I have a problem with this woman being dragged for what she did. She could have got people shot. That's the country we live in. That's America. Those people could have got shot. Somebody could have moved wrong. When the cops came, the cops could have got nervous. Anything could have happened. She could care less. She could care less about your safety, about your good weekend or your good times. So I care less about her feelings. Fuck her feelings. But my point is, I ain't just concerned about having a good laugh. I want change. Your media don't want change. Your media does not benefit from you getting change. They'd rather you be unsafe than for them to be unpaid. You understand what I'm saying to you? Once again, why come this story could not have been about the white woman who wasn't racist, who was there, who walked and filmed and had our back, had those black people's back? Why come it couldn't have been about the brother that kept us cool and didn't throw no charcoal briquettes at her? Why come it couldn't have been about that? But instead, it's on this woman who does us no good, who helps us at all. Nothing. Zero. You call me Debbie Downer if you want to. I just think every day, hell, several times a day, similar things happen in our society in cities all across this country. And we had an opportunity. We had lightning in a bottle. We should have used that lightning in a bottle to get some shit done. Instead, a lot of us, not everybody, no absolutes. We don't speak in absolutes. But too many of us were content with laughing at Becky, not realizing come Monday morning, or whenever after this happened, she's still in a more powerful position to do again what she just did and worse. Sorry. Got to keep it real. Deal with it, y'all.